Well, Instagram is being a pill and is not wanting to upload my go live notice. Let's see if I can get it to work. Here we go. Just took about 2 minutes to do. It's okay. Oh, I need to put in my little ear buddies. Whoops. My buddies are going all over the place. Here we go. Darn it. Looks like I'm going to have a cough drop already. Darn it. I didn't drink any, like, milk or anything. I should go cough it. Oh. Doesn't seem like I can get rid of this weird off thing I have going on. Whoops. I totally forgot to turn the stream on. All right. All right. That's ready to go. This is ready to go. I think this is going to be a 5-frame one. Oh, God. All right. I think we're actually to a point where I can talk and breathe. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. So these need extra room because we're doing a talkie today with Granny Bear and Boop. I'm not sure whether I'm going to leave this last frame as a frame or blow it up. Speaking of... There we go. Or fill the frame, fill actually the whole page with it, and then just, of course, frame it for Instagram. I need a little bit more room here. I drew it originally as a framed, but I'm kind of... thinking it might be prettier as having them because I want to have this last scene be like fireflies. Always center that. Good grief. All right. All right. Do just a couple of quick notes. All right. I think I'm going to do this one backwards. Okay. Poofs there, maybe? Okay, so throughout this one, she's going to be picking apples, but she's also going to be having a conversation with Boop. I don't need these notes anymore. But she's taking an empty, so throughout the carry through is going to be this crate that she's going to fill with apples when she goes out picking, and then this is going to be towards the evening time, and maybe I'll show a progression of time throughout the day with like maybe the light changing and this getting towards dusk, and then she sits down here and the fireflies come out. I like that idea. Maybe not summer thoughts, but dusk, evening. When I was planning my repost for the week, I stumbled upon some of my older Granny Bear and Boop just conversation comics, and I was like, I kind of missed that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new one. I think I'll go ahead and knock all of this down to 30%. Why not? Oh, whoops. Sorry about my inability to speak without clearing my throat. Maybe slow down thoughts, slow summer thoughts. Or I put summer nights. I need a Kleenex desperately. There we go. I'll start singing Grease songs. So make a controversial statement and saying that I like Grease 2 better than Grease 1. And I certainly watched it more than Grease 1. I love them both, but they're just both, I think, say they're completely different movies, but they kind of are, but they kind of aren't. I don't know. I'm going to probably have to make her smaller here because she has a lot of conversation to start off with. Wonder. Usually the corner piece is like on the. Surely, yes, I have one sitting right over here that I can model. ahead and have that. Hey Kathy, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day today. I'm working on a Granny Bear and Boop comic. Nice little conversation. I always enjoy these. Actually, I think the whole thing, so I'm just going to do this. How's your day going so far? My day's going well? Oh, good. Happy to hear that. I think I need to make Boop a little bigger. Oof. Having a little back cracky issues today. Not issues, it's just a little bit of soreness from my workout yesterday. Which says I actually accomplished something, which is good, but go. All right. Let's see. I kind of want to, let's just boop, 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 boop. Let's just boop, boop swings over here. I kind of want to make that a little bit more. There we go. A little more comfortable. And her eye is a little bit off. A lot bit off. Make it thinner. Cut that one a little bit. Now she needs to be a little smaller. Go. A little bit too big there. I'm not sure about this little. I think I'll bring it down there like that. So I don't want to create that tangent and have it look weird, but we can, you know, just do our best. All right, so let's move that over here, and I'll probably erase these pieces of her ears later. Make a little. I'm going to take this over here. Nope, too loud. That's okay, maybe. Definitely. I'm gonna leave this mouth. Gotta clean it up. There we go. Clean mouth. I'm gonna leave the clean mouth over there. She's not. I don't want to make her very shouty. If the mouth is too big, she gets a little shouty, and I don't want to have that. But also kind of. I have to get another one of those cough drops. That really helped. And of course, all of this is going to be covered by text, so I should probably drop in that text and get that put in. Trying to figure out where I want to cut my line. All right, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll give me enough room. Okay, goodbye trees. That's all right. That's okay. And we're going to center our text. And I'm going to draw my bubbloo. Really? Ugh. All right, let's try it again. That's nice. That's a nice little curve. All right, group it. And spin to win. All right, and group it again. And make this just a smidge smaller. Just so we have enough room to breathe in this bubble. And I'm going to take this, do our little swoopy swoop. And that is not what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? What's happened with my, there you are. All right. And I'm going to group this. Group. Group-a-loop. And I'm going to go ahead and, I know this is way ahead of the game. I haven't even aligned anything else. And this will mess me up later. But I want to be able to see without erasing for right now. There we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. And Boop says, what's that, GB? Is it the harvest starting? Let's just go ahead and drop the text in. And no. Okay. And she says, this is a little bit, oops, it's a little bit more dialogue for GB. And she says, maybe, yes, definitely that, but also, also, maybe, yes, definitely that, but also it feels quieter. Let's just invite you in to pause and slow down. Now, some moments. Just invite you in to pause and slow down. Just invite you in. Pause and slow. Maybe yes, definitely that, but also it feels quieter. Like how some moments just invite you in to pause and slow down. Right, let's delete this. Do I want to say moments or evenings? Like some evenings just invite you in to pause, and moments, I'll think about that. All right, so I'm going to move this up, even though it's going to be a little bit lower. I love all the seasons, Miss Boop, but something about this time of year always feels so special to me. What's that, GB? Is the harvest starting? Maybe, yes, definitely that, but also it feels quieter. Like some moments just invite you in to pause and slow down. Yeah, I really like that too. Oops. All right. So we're going to show here, I'm going to have, it's not fall yet. It's that edge of fall, well, edge of summer, still summer, but there are a couple of days that kind of blow through and prime your mind. It's, ooh, like cool weather's coming or nicer weather's coming, cooler, nicer. Right now, I'm just thinking cooler. Don't mind if it rains. We need the rain. Cooler is the name of the game. And it looks like I'll be able to move some of this up quite a bit. So throughout the, let's save, because I haven't saved since I think opened the file. So throughout this comic, I have them kind of, you're coming along with them as they're going apple picking, and I have, evidence of this task in each frame. I've got her holding her little crate, and then they're walking around, walking to the orchard, and finally they're here. They're picking apples, and now they're apple crate is full and she notices. And this is where I think I'll probably start hinting at dusk right here, because here she's going to notice kind of this really lush piece of meadow, and then this final frame is going to be them sitting down and the fireflies are going to kind of start flying up. So it doesn't, you know, make I like how the Granny Bear and Boop comics don't really, it's just a good conversation, you know. It doesn't really have a huge conclusion, but it invites the reader in to think about that and maybe look for some of those moments in your own life. Because you can't see them if you're not looking for them. Let's see, I kind of need to make this point size smaller here. So we're going to be walking to the orchard now. And orchard picking, finding the meadow, and the grand finale of the fireflies. Of course, there are going to be floofs along the way. Well, have her walking like that. Yeah, I think I'll have her feet on the ground, Granny Bear's feet on the ground, because she's not going to be hopping and jumping like a younger character would be. Oh, heck. No wonder. Felt like something was missing. Granny Bear's little wrinkles. How can I forget something like that? All right. We have a little bottom, because I'm looking at this crate and it kind of has a little, not a shelf, but it's kind of a little ledge so that you can stack one crate on top of another. So I do want to keep that little detail. Nope. think I did a little bit too. I'm going to redraw this part, because I think my lines on this crate are a little off, which would make my lines on everything a little bit off. I just succeeded in making the crate shorter. I didn't actually change anything. All right. Again, I succeeded in making the crate shorter. I'm having so much trouble drawing a box. Is today a no box day? Ashwin, hello. Just there to say hi with me. Oh, take care, Ashwin. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you, as always, for stopping by. Okay. I'm gonna stop messing around with this box. I'm just gonna this little detail in here and continue onward. This box, wherever I need it to be, she's going to be holding on to it here and here. I don't want to have her little shawl blowing in the wind. Oh, Dee, hello. I'd like to say hi, miss these live streams. I'm currently in a meeting at the moment. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, welcome back, Dee. I don't want to get you in trouble being in the meeting, but I hope it's going well. I'm feeling a bit better. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. You too, Ashwin. I'll give Coco the scratches. She was, I didn't want to bother her because she was curled up in a tight ball with Tuxie, and I was just like, you know what? I can't. She's just too comfy and cozy. She can enjoy snuggling with her brother today. Take care, Ashwin. I'm not sure about these lines. Something like that. Oh, now let's get Spoop in here. Probably a little too big. Let's make that smaller. Oh, group Miss Boop. See, look at that. That is a line that I put down with, you know, the regular blob brush that doesn't have a ridiculous amount of anchor points, and it's the blob brush tool. I don't know really any other explanation, because and this is something they will never fix. They'll fix it maybe by accident, I think, because the pencil tool works fine. Something in between, I guess it would be, so last time I used On my old computer, I think I was using 22. So somewhere between the 22 version and the 26 version, they mucked something up. And I doubt they'll fix it. Then you have, see, this is all working okay. Goodness. See, oh my gosh. I'm gonna jinx it now. Why is it working now? Yeah, see, like, this should have 4 points or so, but it has like 30. So it should be kind of like that, 2 to 4, what it used to be. But it doesn't really matter anymore because the, I mean, it mattered. I guess it would matter if you were trying to expand like some brushes, like the watercolor brushes that just put a ton of points down and really bog down a system. I think I'll try and make her face a bit bigger. Nah. Mouth is a little too wide. She's a little shouty too. Now it needs to be a thicker line because now everything is kind of off. Whoop. Yeah. She's a little shouty. All right, let's straighten out this with my smooth tool. I'm gonna just grab these 2 points and drag them over. That'll make it easier. Come over here. There we go. All right. And now she's like oddly big again, so I need to bring her down a little bit. I always try and use, so my sizing, kind of like character comparison sizing is Lady Boop always can fit between Granny Bear's ears because that's where she likes to sit. And so sometimes I get a little overzealous and she gets a little bit big. And I have to tone her down. And I actually think maybe it could be better to draw the wings going down like this. But I think I'll leave her back like that for at least a minute. Oh, welcome back, Dee. How are you doing today? Did your meeting go well? I could do some goofy looking mushrooms today. My meeting went well. I'm learning to advocate for myself. They're such a helpful. Oh, good. Excellent. All right. Let's get this over here. We're going to have a little flute. I kind of think this flute needs to be a little smaller here. Yeah, I need to. There we go. So I need more floof body. Let's just group this floof. Oh, you're back. Simply determined tech under a different name. All right, let's go ahead and put you in timeout. Oh, timeout. We're gonna do that. There we go. Until you learn how to behave properly in chat, that will be your destiny. This floof still needs to be smaller. Let me see. Let me just draw the floof. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh. Do we need the floof hands like that? What happened? More trolling? Yeah, there's gotta be. Trolls are gonna troll. let's move out over here. Get rid of that. I kind of think I need to make now just reduce the size of this floof a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now that's working how it should. Gonna draw some other mushrooms. Go. I'll take out that little loop there. Although I don't want to have the ground pushing out around this mushroom, but I'm gonna have stuff in the background here because I've already started drawing these. There we go. Just sit up straight. My posture is not the best. And it looks like I have another floof right here, so I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna have maybe I gotta have my cracks in the road, a little bit of dirt and little stones kind of here and there. Right, so that line is not going to be straight. That's just, I'm trying to tell myself this is where the side of the hill is going to be. So I want to have, I've got a little floof here on a kind of a circular mushroom situation. Let's make this a little bit, I do want to have some texture on this mushroom. And we're gonna fill this in with just a silhouette because, I mean, light would have to be very bright to, you know, bounce up over here. This is all the way underneath this large mushroom cap, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of light bouncing there for you to see what's going on. So and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this mushroom and I will I'm going to deselect that, but I'm going to draw it together with the floof so I can color it, drop it in that group, and then bring it to the front and sit on top of all of this other stuff. Because I'm not sure how big this floof is going to be, but I know he's going to be blocking GB, her little back foot here. Let's bring this down a little bit. There we go. Kathy. Oh, I love you guys. It's all right. That's what the good old timeout is for. Little Floof is going to be like, what are you up to? Can I come too? Kind of looks like you're going to be picking something tasty. Alright, so that floof is taken care of, and now I can go ahead and bring in these background elements. And it looks like I'm going to need... There we go. Just get that down in transparency so I can draw some... I think I'll probably just group this whole section, because I'll pop it on top of the ground and the pathway here, and then also on top of GB and her foot. That might make it all easier. All right, are we all grouped? Let's group that. All right, I got everything. All right, operation foreground floof shall commence. There's more. So we got this little guy right here. Go. That'll be easy. Oops. That'll be easy for me to move on top in the layer stacking. And I can also keep all of, you know, why don't I just go ahead and do that automatically. To the front with you. All right, that way I can keep these guys in a group too. Let's try and get this where it makes sense. I don't want to group her with the ground, so the ground that's directly under her feet. All right, that's good. So now I can stack things, and they're not going to be too awfully messy. And I did want the shape of this background element to be kind of framing this floof over here. go. So we got these nice little... I might go ahead and turn this into a berry bush just to have some more texture and some visual interest. I do need to have a little bit over here too. And that's gonna kind of, well, wait a minute. I gotta think because I can't have this just disappear willy-nilly. Put a little brown cover there. And I'm gonna say this bush is gonna could loosely be connected right here. That's my story. I'm gonna stick to it. All right, so now I can go ahead and I need to cut this and get this into the group with my characters. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop that down a little bit and move it over to the right, left. Oh man, my back. I was gonna go on a walk today, but I'm just wondering if my back is saying no, you will not. I should probably listen to it, but the question is, am I gonna listen to it? We shall see. Welcome, Ariana. Good to see you. I'm doing a Granny Bear and Boop Good Conversation comic today. Nope. Trying to figure out. There we go. And we're going to bring this point down a little bit because it's making a bump that's not quite needs to be there. And scooch and spin to win. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of room. So let's see. And I could probably make this shorter. I should probably make this shorter. Down you go. Not that short. There you go. And do I want to remake the entire thing? Yeah. I'm just gonna move this guy up where he should be. And we're gonna come back over here to this guy. We're gonna behave. There we go. All right. And maybe move this entire section down a bit because I want to get it away from that and up a little bit. And then let's do our little conversation tail. And we're not, there we go. That's okay. Not the best, but it'll work. All right. Just a smidge smaller. Just because. Actually, yeah, but even a smaller smidge than the smidge before. I feel like I'm really behind on this comic, but I've got a lot. These panels are they're more detailed than usual, but still I only have 5 of them, so let's see how much more I can get done here. Oh, let's bring this forward. And I'm gonna erase. And now I can group. And I think I'm happy, even though she's kind of shouty, but that's okay. I think it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this extra mouth. Don't need extra mouths. And now I can come in here and scooch over. All right, so that all is good. And you know what? I think I'll move all of this up and change the size of the text in a little bit. But I do want to get these frames knocked out. I feel I can do them pretty quickly, I hope. So she's going to be, I might make this a little smaller. She's going to be reaching up for an apple. She's going to be placing an apple in the bin. And then Boop is just going to be chilling up here. It's already 2. That's right. I did get started a little late, didn't I? Well, let's see if I can get this frame done. And then I'll see. He's looking up, so technically her ears are going to be behind her head. Alright, we're going to have a little smaller mouth this time. I like that. I just need to clean it up. But she's going to be saying, maybe, yes, definitely that, but also it feels quieter. I feel like the start of summer, everybody's, rushing to go do all the summer things. And then you get towards like August, September, well, definitely September, because that's like pumpkin spice season, but definitely August feels like a little bit of an in-between month where, I don't know, just seems like a quieter bit of summer where it's still obviously summer, especially in the South, but it's just a little bit. Maybe it's also too because kids are back in school, so we don't have all of the frenzied summer activity going on. Okay, her face is a little bit weird. She is looking up though, but I kind of feel like I need to do really. I need to do something like that because she does have like a bean-shaped head. That's more like a Momo-cheat shaped head, even if she's looking up. Now all of this is a mess. There we go. Bring this down a little bit. I'll just have a little bit of her ear. Maybe not. That's looking kind of weird. It's because this ear is too tall. Again, her face, she's looking up. Maybe I should bring her actually up. There we go. And I can't forget these little wrinkles. Now her eye. God, these eyes are just trolling me today. Her eyes are too big. And now her chin is too weird. Ugh, just bring it back down. Maybe make her face smaller. Give Granny Bear a complex. What do you mean? My face is too big and my eyes are too small. The me problem, Granny Bear. It's not a you problem. You just gotta relearn how to draw. She's gonna be holding on to an apple here. Actually, I think I have to move her paw down a little bit if I want to have an apple in her grasp. Like that. And then, of course, her shawl is going to be up like this, and then kind of like that, and then this one is going to be here like this. And then her feet are going to be hidden because she's standing here, and these are very long legs. Of course, all of this may be blocked by her the crate. The apple crate. And I might fix those footers in a minute. And let's bring this apple out a bit. Spin it. Go. And I need another apple here, just kind of within her grasp. That's a very wonky apple. No, that's a wonky apple. I don't want to have like a weird apple here. It's got to be one that she can reach. This is looking like a weird apple. All right, let's draw this crate. is my point size? Anyway. All right, let's draw a tree. Tree with another apples kind of chilling over here. These are big apples. Hold on just a second. All right, let's do this over here. I'm gonna have to go ahead and end stream here. I wanted to get done with this, but I've got a couple other things I need to do and also get some lunch. But yeah, this isn't a bad spot because I just have these two to finish. But let me go over this comic from beginning to end really quick. I might change this to Summer Night Thoughts or Evening Thoughts or something like that. But it finishes out with the Granny Bear and Boop noticing this really beautiful meadow, and then they decide to pause and, you know, go kind of enjoy the fireflies as they're starting to fly into the air. And so it starts out with, "I love all the seasons, Miss Boop, but something about this time of year always feels so special to me." And Boop asks her, "What is that, GB? Is it the harvest starting?" And she says, "Maybe, yes, definitely that, but also it feels quieter. Like some moments just invite you in to pause and slow down." And as she's saying that, she's seeing the moment that's inviting her in. And then right here, they've sat down and Boop is on this little mushroom here, and I'll probably draw in a couple extra floofs. But the fireflies start to lift up from the ground, and it's going to be a night scene that's really probably very blue-green and nicely lit. And Boop is going to agree, "Yeah, I really like that too." So it's a nice little quiet conversation comic, but I have a little reminder to stop and look around and see the moments that are inviting you in. But yeah. That'll be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, no, it'll be fun to color. I really, especially this one, I can't wait. But cause yeah, I always like doing night scenes, especially with fireflies, and I already know the palette I'm gonna go for, so it'll be a fun one. But yeah, let me go ahead and go to my ending screen. There we go. Thank you so much, Kathy, Ariana, Dee, Ashwin. I know you bounced, all my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and I will be back on Tuesday with some more drawing stuff. I'm thinking I really want to get some traditional pieces done, and I have those 4 waiting for me, so I may do a traditional stream on Tuesday. Definitely going to try to get some work done on it this weekend, so we'll see if that comes up. Otherwise, it will be book stream. I'll be working on volume 7. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.